Woo-wee! Wow, what a great Friday. Almost so much news. I wish it was kind of a Monday or Tuesday because I know most of you all are headed out for a long holiday weekend and will miss a lot of this since I put out so many videos a day. And so many people point out, this week my menchies have been on fire. It's been amazing. And why not throw a Captain Marvel movie into it too? To completely set up Twitter on ignore for the entire weekend. That's right. A-Force, reportedly in development, which is an all-female Avengers. There is lore for it, which will include Captain Marvel and Natalie Portman's female Thor. And before I get into the rest of this video, huge shout out to today's video sponsor, NordVPN. I've been using a VPN for the past few years, and given everything going on in today's internet world, it's something I strongly recommend you look into. NordVPN has over 5,200 servers in 60 countries, no data logging. It has an extension for the Chrome browser, which is lightweight, user-friendly from the very first click. It has super fast servers, 24/7 customer support, up to 6 simultaneous connections, which means your computer, your laptop, your cell phone, whatever you want to protect. It also has an automatic kill switch. Keep access to your favorite websites, entertainment, and content, and forget about censorship or bandwidth limits. NordVPN was selected as the best VPN at the VPN Awards in 2018, and right now they're offering a huge 75% off deal off their 3-year plan, including 1 free month. And most importantly, you support the channel when you check it out. Hey, you're going to need a VPN, and even though the offer is ending soon, NordVPN is offering 75% off their 3-year plan, including 1 free month. So why not support the channel while browsing the web securely by following the link in the description below and getting NordVPN today. But before I get into that, hey, guess what? Thor's hammer now has preferred pronouns. That's a fact. No, I'm not making that up either. Just like people like to say I made up the quote from Cyberpunk 2077 when I was reading it verbatim off a page. Here we go again. Let's see how many people tell me I'm wrong about this. The battle for gender equality will continue to rage on no matter what the comic book page says. Well, no matter what the truth is, sorry. But it doesn't mean pop culture juggernaut Marvel won't do its best at the front lines to include all walks of life. And apparently, their most recent effort involves Thor's iconic hammer Mjolnir. The War of the Realms comic recently concluded with the God of Thunder making a new, nearly identical hammer, so they're just gonna throw out the old one. That is, with one major change. The inscription, which has always read, "Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor," has been adapted to be gender neutral. Who is this for? Who is this for? I'm serious. Who's this for? Look, if you're out there and you are genuinely willing to talk to me about how you never wanted to read Thor, or you didn't want to go see the Thor movies, or you weren't interested in the Thor comic books because his hammer said he on it, I would like to talk to you, because it is my strongest belief that this person does not exist. It now reads, "Whoever holds this hammer, if they be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor." You can check out the subtle yet important change for yourself below. Now, again, cue everybody screeching in my comments, not you, but new people who will flock to the channel. By the way, you know what would really get them riled up is if you left a like and a comment on this video, and if you shared it out on Twitter, Facebook, or Minds. It legitimately is helping the channel a ton. It takes you just a second, and I would really appreciate it. Plus, think of all the salt. Think of all the salt. There will be people that flock to me and say, "But it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Why are you being a man, baby? Why are you so angry?" While they themselves, of course, are having some sort of meltdown. No, of course I'm not angry. Marvel's dead. Go ahead. Accelerate it. Just rewrite all of the lore, rewrite all of the history so that this mythical mob of new customers can feel included. That's right. You know, it didn't matter that anybody that the Hammer said he. So what if a woman was worthy and picked it up? So he could also be in like that all-knowing or like that kind of dude sense, you know? And also, again, it's established lore. This effort coincides with several recent requests to make the superhero and entertainment worlds more inclusive. Yes, by removing the men, right? If you believed that only men could pick up Thor's hammer, which, by the way, I don't know if that person exists either, now you're going to exclude them. But they're the new people, the people obsessed with the minutia of this stuff, obsessed with picking at all the Jenga blocks of pop culture to change it. They'll say it's updating. They'll say it's better. They'll say it's more inclusive. Maybe it is. Maybe. I've yet to see any evidence of that. I've yet to see these mythical customers who are rushing now to see these movies because they're more inclusive. Where are these customers? And you know what? What about all the people, the real Thor lore buffs, that are going to be angered by this? Forget them. They're outdated. They're canceled. It's no wonder Marvel Comics are in the tank and that Marvel Comics are an absolute joke. It's my opinion that Marvel Comics only exist to keep their IPs current so they can keep the copyrights on their characters. For example, Victoria Alfonso, EVP, Executive Vice President of Production at Marvel, stated a few weeks ago that the name X-Men is outdated and should represent the several female heroes in the group. I agree. Why not call it They Men? That would be much better. Forget the 20, 30, 40 years of history. Let's just start renaming everything because nothing matters. Words themselves don't matter. While the comics have adapted, yeah, because they're all written by childless weirdos who can't sell, who would be lucky to sell 20 or 30,000 copies of a book, even when they're given the largest superheroes in the planet. You know, everyone loves Captain Marvel so much. How come the book's been canceled half a dozen times? We've yet to see the MCU will do the same thing. If they do, we probably won't find out until Guardians of the Galaxy 3, where Chris Hemsworth, God of Thunder's most likely to make his next big screen appearance. Oh, I could absolutely see the inscription being changed for when the new Thor movie comes out. Because, of course, Natalie Portman will allegedly wield it. Again, there is lore for that. Nobody's saying there isn't. Happy for you to do it. Didn't go over well when they did it then. Not going to go over well now. What are your thoughts on this? Again, nobody cares. Rumor. A-Force in development in Marvel Studios. Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. Natalie Portman's female Thor on the roster. Please. Please, please, please. I mean, there are people out there that think I'm angry about this stuff. Absolutely not. I couldn't be more excited. Seriously. This is excellent news. My shed needs a skylight. It needs some gutters. It needs some new grass planted around it. This is just the movie that could do it. Anyway, a new rumor suggests that A-Force movie is in development at Marvel Studios with a roster that includes Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, Natalie Portman's female Thor. Yes. The rumor came from We Got This Covered, who reveal their sources to them and will not only include Captain Marvel as female Thor, but also America Chavez as Miss America. Please, please. Valkyrie, okay. She-Hulk, I love it. And yes, there's lore for all these characters. Great. We'll see how the film does at the cinema. In fact, their source tells from a newly announced She-Hulk Disney Plus series will lead to the formation of the A-Force team. As one can expect in modern Hollywood, the source also indicates that Disney is looking for a female writer and female director for the project. Of course they are. Forget hiring the most qualified person. What's between their legs is more important, because Marvel will be able to tweet out about how stunning and brave they are and how forthcoming and groundbreaking they are by hiring a lowly old woman. An all-female Marvel team-up. This is via boundingintocomics.com, by the way. An all-female Marvel team-up movie has been talked about for a couple years now. The Ragnarok actress Tessa Thompson discussed the possibility of such a film back in 2018. In fact, Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige endorsed the idea. Of course he does. He did note, it's all about figuring out when and how. But by the way, many of them have already filmed additional scenes in upcoming movies, so some of that's going to come sooner rather than later. All of them will be seen again. It's more than likely Captain Marvel will be the leader of the new team. That's fine. Why don't they just call it V-Force, by the way? I'm just curious. A-Force, anyway. While She-Hulk leads the A-Force team in the comics, Feige confirmed that Larson's Captain Marvel would take the lead and be at the forefront of the entire MCU back in March, which we've yet to see. An A-Force adaptation was speculated to be in development for Marvel TV, which, by the way, makes way more sense at this point. Look, I mean, go ahead and throw it up on the big screen. It'll be a hilarious disaster. But look, throw it on Disney Plus, see if anybody actually likes it. If they do, maybe I'm wrong. It's not like, by the way, all right, haters, it's not like, by the way, I don't fully acknowledge that they could put the biggest steaming pile of Marvel history on the cinema screen and make at minimum $700 to $900 million. The idea that you could use a movie making $1 billion against me as saying that's some sort of indication of quality in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is absurd. Captain Marvel was easily one of the lowest rated films in the universe's 20 plus movies, and it still made $1 billion. All right, when you can send a movie out east and make $600 to $700 million regardless, I'm not exactly going to clap my hands for you making $1 billion anymore, Disney. And I realize that's probably being a little unfair. However, it's Disney. The MCU has 20 plus films backing it up, and has trained normie cinema goers that, hey, this is 2 hours that I can leave the kids at the babysitter, or I can go do something. Like, seriously, when was the last time you saw a Marvel movie and prioritized seeing it? Maybe it was Endgame for a lot of people. In fact, ticket sales would indicate that. But to me, Marvel movies are more like, I don't have anything going on this weekend. What's at the theater? Oh, Spider-Man's out? How long has it been out? A month? Okay, I'll go see it. That's how anyone I know gets into a Marvel movie. Now, I am pumped to see Doctor Strange this coming up year, but I'm not going to prioritize seeing it. It's Marvel. I'd rather just wait for it to be out floating around on the internet somewhere to watch than pay $15 to support a dying franchise, in my opinion. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. I suppose maybe A-Force will set the new all-time record at $2 billion. And boy, people will let me know if I'm wrong. I'm excited to see A-Force. And honestly, if it comes to Disney Plus, I just might subscribe so I could watch it and hang out with you. Just enjoy it and get that new skylight in my shed. Lots of news to cover today, so you're going to want to stick around. You're going to want to make sure you click the bell so it's highlighted, or if you're on your mobile phone, press and hold until it pops up, and make sure you turn on all notifications, because we've got lots of Marvel news today. We've got Funimation news, and we've got news out of the ERSB. Hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll talk to you again real soon. Hey, if you're still hanging out, there's a subscribe button right on the screen right now. Make sure to click that, turn notifications on, and if you want to see the next video, that should also be hovering around the screen. Thanks so much for watching this and for supporting the channel. What are you waiting for? Subscribe and, turn on notifications and like the video.